Hey there! Did you know that small businesses are extremely vulnerable to attack from cyber criminals right now? And that most don't survive for more than 6 months after a cyber incident? John Byrne here, entrepreneur, insurance professional, online educator, and founder of Surviving Cyber. My goal is to help small business owners and managers like you get to grips with this complex subject of cyber risk. You may be struggling now to clearly see the big picture, but once you separate the myth from the truth, you can begin to significantly reduce your risk. Over the next 15 days, through this video series, I'm going to walk you through 15 dangerous cybersecurity myths you probably believe. I'll explain the thinking behind each myth, why it's dangerous to believe it, and the truth you need to hear so that your small business can stay safe. Now, before we dive in, I want to give you access to my free Cyber Resilience Workshop. It's a 60-minute video workshop that will show you how to create your first survival plan for your small business in 30 days. It's full of practical tips that you can implement. If you don't already have access, use the link survivingcyber.com/workshop to register now. I'll also put that link in the video description below. Now today, as we continue the video series, we're going to talk about myth number 13. Cyber insurance is the silver bullet for cyber risk. I hope you're ready to dive in. I'm John Byrne, and this is 15 dangerous cybersecurity myths you probably believe. Welcome to myth number 13. Cyber insurance is the silver bullet for cyber risk. Let's explain what's intended by myth number 13. Cyber insurance is the silver bullet for cyber risk. Buying cyber insurance means that I'm financially protected from all cyber risks and all eventualities. This is a nice, comforting thought to have. However, it's not reflective of reality. Buying cyber insurance can be a material part of a cyber risk management strategy for a small company. And it does provide financial protection from the consequences of a cyber attack. However, as with most things, it's not a silver bullet, and we will explain as I go through this point why that is the case. The second point here is I'll get all the help I need to respond to a cyber incident from the insurer and from his expert panel. Now, it's true that most cyber insurers provide an expert panel to assist the insured company in the event of a cyber attack, and that expert panel is a huge help to any small company to respond to a cyber incident. So there is definitely a large benefit to be had. However, that does not mean that the small company is resolved of its obligations as a result of being the victim of a cyber attack. And often I hear the view, I don't need to invest in cybersecurity once I have a cyber insurance policy because I'm protected. Now this is a naive view. However, it's often heard among business owners and business managers because of the desire to look to insurance as effectively the silver bullet. As I go through, I will explain why arranging insurance is a good idea, but not a silver bullet, because there are always obligations on an insured company under any insurance policy. And so the opportunity to ignore cybersecurity at all doesn't exist. This is a dangerous myth because it fails to recognize the reality of insurance protection and the current cyber insurance market. By that I mean that the current cyber insurance market is a lot more difficult than it was only a few months and years ago. It was relatively easy to place cyber insurance until about 18 months ago. But in the last 18 months, coinciding with the COVID environment, there's been a massive increase in losses arising from small companies and large companies to insurers. And as a reaction to that, insurance prices have gone up, insurance terms have narrowed, and the requirements of underwriters on insured companies have increased. So this view that once I get the policy in place, I don't need to do anything else is mistaken. In fact, getting cyber insurance in place has become a lot more difficult than it was even 18 months ago. As the slide says, it fails to recognise that managing the risk is a prerequisite to placing insurance. So you've got to manage the risk before you place insurance. And that an insurer may not be willing to insure your company if it fails to take basic measures to reduce its risk. So let's explore the truth behind this myth. Truth number 13 is that cyber insurance can be a valuable component of your cyber risk management strategy, but there's no silver bullet solution for cyber risk, not even insurance. Insurance does allow you to transfer the financial consequences of the event to an insurance company, but it doesn't prevent the event from happening, and it doesn't reduce the probability of the event happening. Insurance is a contingent promise to pay in the event of an uncertain event taking place or an uncertain loss happening. It's not a financial guarantee. There are always exclusions and conditions with insurance, and so you need to comply with those conditions, and the loss has to be covered by the policy and not excluded in order for payment to be made. So payment is not guaranteed under cyber insurance or indeed under any insurance policy. So acknowledging this reality is important. The second point is that, you would lock your house and put on the alarm on your windows and doors, even though you buy home insurance. And so there's exactly the same principle applies to cyber insurance. Risk management, risk mitigation or reduction are key factors in buying any insurance policy, and they complement insurance. In other words, they don't replace each other. You cannot simply say, I will buy insurance and I will ignore risk management. I will ignore the need to reduce risk, because that's not how insurance works. And finally, insurers are becoming much more demanding of their insureds and their policyholders when they grant cyber insurance. And the small businesses who don't take this topic seriously may be uninsurable in the future if they can't provide evidence of a good posture. Now, as I've explained already, this is quite a dramatic increase in risk and quite a dramatic change in the attitude of insurance companies to small company cybersecurity and small company cyber insurance. So you would need to acknowledge the reality of the situation, that cyber insurance can be a valuable component of your risk management strategy. It does provide the expert panel, it does provide the response that you need, it does provide the financial protection. There are major advantages to having cyber insurance in place, but it is not a silver bullet solution, and there is no silver bullet solution to cyber risk. It is simply too complicated a problem to have such an easy solution. Thanks so much for watching today's video. I hope you found it helpful in exploding this myth and revealing the truth. Don't forget to register for the video workshop using the link survivingcyber.com/workshop, or click on the link in the video description below. I hope to see you tomorrow as we dive deeper into 15 dangerous cybersecurity myths you probably believe, so we can uncover the truth of how to keep your small business safe.